Next up, from Akron, welcome Mike Torsha. Mike Torsha, yay!
Thanks, Huey Lewis. Appreciate it. Ever get that one or no? Oh wow, I'm the first. Awesome. So I have ass problems. Specifically asshole problems. Whenever I go and take a dump, I feel this horrible tearing sensation and there's like crazy blood, and like any normal person, I went to the doctor after 3 years because I figured it would just go away, but it didn't. And the doctor told me I have something called a anal fissure, which is a tear in your asshole. Aren't I lucky? So, anyways, he gives me these little butt rockets. You know what I'm talking about, the suppositories? I call them butt rockets because they're tapered on one end. They're supposed to be able to slide right in. Unfortunately, that doesn't work out very well. I wish the box would talk dirty to me first, kind of loosen things up. But anyways, when you insert one of these suppositories, show of hands, anybody that's ever done that? There's this position you have to assume, and it's like this. You know, you're flat on your back with your legs in the air, and you gotta just stick that guy up there. And it's a very vulnerable position to be in. Very defenseless. It's like when you're taking a shit. If something happens, you're like, I can't do anything. So I'm sitting there and I'm you know, flat on my back, legs in the air, spread eagle, and I'm thinking, God, what if my girlfriend walks in? What do I say? It's like when you're caught jerking off, there's nothing you can say. You're like, I'm jerking off. You can ask my mom, she knows. But, yeah, anyways, very vulnerable position. And, I don't know, I'm feeling like I kind of know you guys intimately now that I've told you all about my asshole. So, anybody want to check it out, or? Okay, I'll take that as a yes. Hang on.
You won't do it. You won't do it.
I'll turn it off. That guy totally called me out. But it's kind of that awkward moment when, you know, you think something might happen, but you know it's not really going to happen. But you're like, Jesus, this guy might actually do it. Anybody that knows me personally knows I've done stupid things in my life. Shit my pants for $10. But, yeah, it's this awkward moment, and everybody's experienced these awkward moments in their life. You know, it's like when you're at the bar and there's this chick and you're talking to her all night and you're buying her drinks and you're like, she's never going to do me. But you keep buying her drinks, and you ask her for a number and she gives you a fake number, and you know it's fake, but you still put it in your phone. And then you follow her out to her car and you try to get a kiss, and you know she's not going to kiss you, and then she doesn't. And then you follow her home and you crouch in the bushes and look in the window and jerk off while she's updating her Facebook status about what a creep she met tonight. And you go and you wipe it all over the windshield, you walk over and you take a shit on the porch. Nobody's ever done that? Uh-oh. So, you guys heard of this SOPA thing, Stop Online Piracy Act? They're trying to push through Congress. Big problem, obviously, downloading music and movies illegally. And the movie industry and the music industry are all trying to push this through. And basically, it gives them power to shut down websites where people are downloading music and movies, but the language is pretty broad. And a lot of other websites are going to end up as collateral damage, like porn sites. And I gotta have porn. I love porn. There's nothing wrong with porn. It's healthy. There's certain things that people get to live out in fantasies in porn that you can't do in normal life, like bukkake. So he knows what I'm talking about over there. He's a sick bastard. But seriously, when else am I ever going to have the opportunity to whack off on a Japanese girl's face with 100 other dudes? Or watch some girl take it up the highway from a horse? I mean, this is legitimate, you know, programming here that my First Amendment rights are being trounced upon, taking it away. So last time I came up here, I told some stories. I've been a paramedic for a long time, and I told some medic stories, and they're super easy because, you know, I don't have to make shit up. I just go do a little Google search in the old brain there, and I pull something out. But some of the stuff is really tragic that happens. Like, we had a guy one time, it was a trauma call. He had fallen from over 10 feet, that's technically a trauma. And certain things you have to do when there's a trauma, and one of those is remove all the clothes, check for injuries. So I'm taking off this guy's pants, she said, and taking off his pants, and something falls out on the floor and breaks. And I'm like, God damn it, now what? So I look at the guy, and I was like, kind of looking at him a little cross-eyed, and he's like, oh, it's cool, man, I'm an electrician. Now, this guy's the most homeless-looking mother electrician I've ever seen in my whole life. So I'm like, all right, I'll play along. So I'm like, cool, I'm an electrician too. And he goes, well, that's one of my tools. And I said, geez, I've never seen that tool before in my life. And he goes, all right, man, it's a crack pipe. With that, I'll take a bow. Thanks, everybody. Have a good night.
One more time, Mike Torsha.